This is a jungle island, and for the next 100 days, I will be living off the land, trading with maxed out villagers, and building magnificent structures. So join me as I create massive farms and houses to construct the ultimate jungle island kingdom. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft 100 days video. As you can see, we are in the jungle, but this is just not an ordinary jungle. It is a jungle island. There's nothing but jungle wood here and a couple of oak wood. We're gonna try to survive for the next 100 days, building ourselves a house, a farm, animal pens, and all that good stuff. And if we could find villagers, oh man, that would be the dream. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to find them. I don't anticipate discovering a village anywhere nearby. We might have to do some sailing to really accomplish that, but I'm gonna make myself some tools right away. Okay, we got some sheep over there. 3 brown sheep. We should get them quick before they despawn. They disappear. We got a wolf over there. Oh yeah, let's get this guy before the wolf gets to them. Alright, all that's done. Chop down this tree here, and then let's make some new tools. Perfect, got ourselves a brown bed. Now I'm gonna go and try to look for some cobblestone. Okay, got a little cave over here. My worry is food. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find food. We're gonna have to live in this little cave for now. I'm gonna dig out a little hole for us to live in. That way we can have some protection from the dangerous beasts that come out at night. Put our crafting table here, and then I am gonna make a furnace. This furnace, we're gonna cook our mutton. I need one more piece of stick. There you go. And let's go collect some more trees. All right, got lots of wood. While I'm here, I'm gonna do some exploring. Okay, we got some sand over there. What's this? Watermelon. Got a huge looking ravine, sort of cave system going on over here. Oh, right there. I wouldn't mind snagging that. Let's jump down. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a huge cave system, guys. Look at this. Look at this place. There's a creeper down there. A bunch of iron as well. That would be very handy. I'm gonna collect the sugarcane here. Let's go get the cobblestone. Not the cobblestone. Go get the coal that is easy access right here. Some more coal here. Gotta be careful to not get jumped on. Oh, I hear growling. There's a little baby zombie down below here. I should kill it before it grows up. Alright, it's dead. Alright, it's pretty empty down here. Okay. Oh, there's a skeleton with an enchanted bow. That doesn't look very nice. Let's continue exploring this island. It seems like there's this huge cave system in the middle of the island that kind of separates it into 2 pieces, which is pretty cool. I think I'll add like some sort of bridge. Maybe we'll build around this area here. Okay, there's a cow over here. I don't want to lose the cow because the cows can be very important. We will make sure that these guys don't despawn, because if they do, it's gonna be a real big pain to deal with. The pigs, I'm not too sure. I guess we could, put them in there too. Let's put this cow in here. Let's put the sheep in here. Oh, I want you to go over here. Come back. How can I do this? I don't have any wheat on me, huh? Let me push this cow in. Better get this cow into the hole here. There you go. The chickens, I could probably put the chicken in there too. Come here. Let me push you inside. There you go. All right, hop on in. And then we'll put you in. All right, our job is done. Chickens can come another day. Before I go, actually, let me take some watermelon with me. Let's head on back to our cave base, our temporary cave base. Seeing that there's a lot of wolves here, it might be a good thing, because they would deter a lot of the skeletons. And the skeletons are like the most dangerous at the beginning of the game. And then let's get a chest. Put all of the goodies into here. Let's call it a day and go to bed. Surviving our first night, guys. Okay. The thing is that I need food, and I need to have a good amount of it if I want to really survive. Let's go around, collect some of these seeds here so we can start farming soon. What I could do is maybe explore the coast. I think exploring the coast would be a better idea because with that we can get a general layout of how our island looks. Okay, I see some tropical fish there. Too bad I can't eat them. Lots of tropical fish there. Let's see. There's like a plains biome right here. Oh, it's raining. That's not very good. Some clay around this area here. I'm hoping to find some sort of like sunken ship or something. If there are, then I can't really see. Oh, we got ourselves a dolphin. Let me grab some of these. I see some sea pickles over there off in the distance. And we're almost back at the start. So this is where we dock. Put our sugarcane down below. And we can probably till the soil around this area. 4 and 5. Wait for it to grow. In the meantime, alright. Got 45 pieces of watermelon. We're gonna try not to use our food too much. So that way we can last long, but I'm gonna do a bunch of mining. There's lots of caves around here, and we're gonna need a lot of iron, lots of coal, and a whole bunch of other resources. Oh my god, look at this place. I don't even know if I can get down there. Let's go down this way to the big cave. Some coal right here that I'm gonna snag real quick. There's a little cave here. Oh, never mind, it's a big ravine. Some coal up there that I really want. I don't know how I want to get to it. This is a little dangerous. Be careful not to fall to my death. I'm gonna try to get some of that iron so that I can turn it into a shield. Okay, well this creeper clearly saw me. Get him away from here. Okay, he exploded. That's fine because we were blocked. 1 ingot. And now we got a shield. I am gonna do a whole bunch of mining from here on out because we need a lot of iron. So I think it'll be boring if you guys stuck with me just to do all this mining. And we'll be back after I do a little narration. This cave was absolutely massive. It connected to a whole bunch of different areas and held a lot of resources for us to mine. It was also a very dangerous place, and I had to be on extremely high alert from the mobs that could attack me. Despite that, I found a few mob spawners that had some pretty decent loot inside. As we ventured deeper beneath the Earth's crust, this is where I found my first batch of diamonds. It was around this point that I was running low on food and my stomach was growling from the lack of nutrition. Eating nothing but watermelon will do that to you. So to combat my hunger, I dug out a little area for me to fish while I smelted my ores. After that, I continued exploring and found a lush cave which led to a skeleton spawner. This spawner had way better loot than expected, so I organized my inventory and continued to dig around. It was here that I began to run out of food again. So I made some blast furnaces and fished until all the ores were done smelting, and following this I made my way back to the surface. Alright guys, we finally made it out of that cave system, and this is all the loot that we got. We got a bunch of gold, a bunch of iron, stacks of lapis, most importantly diamonds. We got a lot of diamonds. Found a diamond horse armor and a saddle as well as a name tag, so I'm hoping that will go well, and a bunch of just other knickknacks and stuff like that. But yeah, right now I think we're pretty decked out. We're pretty good on resources. We don't have to mine for a long time, and I definitely want to maybe even find some villagers because honestly, villagers would just make my life a whole lot easier. And I'm thinking we're gonna have to do some sailing. And get some villagers on this island. I know there's no villagers on this island that spawn here, but I don't think there's anything wrong with us going to, extraordinary lengths to get what we want. So I'm gonna do a little bit of prepping. Most importantly, acquire a little bit more fish, and then we will go on that grand adventure to find some villagers to bring onto this island. Alright, so I've got myself here a lodestone compass. Since we're hardcore, our spawn point isn't set, so it's going to be harder to navigate. So I made a lodestone. This was a suggestion by a viewer from a very long time ago from a video that I don't even remember, but I remember the comment. So you can make a lodestone, right click it with the compass, and bang bada bang, it tells you where to go. I got some stuff smelting in here, and the thing that I'm gonna do is I need to get some more wood. So we are gonna collect some wood, and then I am gonna go and get some good old wool, because I need to make an extra bed. I don't know how long this journey is gonna be. It might be a very long time before we finally return back home. All right, guys, we've got everything set up. Got our compass, got our bed, and all the tools that we need, as well as a couple extra resources. And we're gonna sail off in one direction so that we don't get lost. You can see the compass is pointing behind us, so I'm hoping that it continues to do that. I really don't want to get lost here, guys. I'm hoping to encounter a large landmass of some kind that might have a village right by the shore, and I hope to find some shipwrecks too, because that will come in very handy. Oh, speaking of which, we got ourselves. Oh my god! Okay, guys, I swear this is not scripted, but there's a village right here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. You're just going off in a direction, and we find ourselves a village. Ask and you shall receive. I wish for thousands of diamonds to pop in my inventory. What is this place? A stonemason? Some bread. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a super long journey, but I guess not. Let me make a hoe real quick. That way I can gather the what do you call it? The hay bales. I don't know. Oh, I'm so stricken by this luck to be able to find a village so close. Okay, so that means that it won't be too difficult for us to acquire villagers and to bring them back to our island. And then these two will basically start the population of our island. All right, you stay there and I will be back. I'm pretty sure we just came from this direction. It wasn't that far of a sail. Okay, now this guy, I need to put him in a hole before he gets himself in trouble. Okay, I need the break. Okay, there you go. I need the boat to break. There we go. All right, one villager down. One more to go. All right, let's angle this guy a little bit above, like so. And then we break the boat. There we go. And then we got two villagers underneath. Beautiful. All right. Okay, now it's time to build that house. Build them a small little house. Like I said, I want to build around this raptor, around this ravine over here, this schism. So we're gonna maybe this section here would be a perfect spot to build our villager hut, villager house. So I'm gonna clear out the land, dig out a bunch of trees, and build our villager house. So, our little villager house is finally complete. It's very small, very cozy. I put an iron door here in case these guys decide to make a bad decision, and open a wooden door. I should move this out of the way over here. And we've got like 4 beds right now, so I'm hoping that we can get a couple more villagers, and then I am gonna start on villager trading, so that way we can just speed up the process of building and creating all these sorts of structures on our island. I'm gonna go out the door this way. This is where I've been camping, putting all my stuff away here. I'm gonna build a villager trading hall next, so that way we can actually store these villagers inside of them. I don't want to put it too far, and I kind of want to put it in the section that looks like it'll fit in really well, a cool little structure. Like maybe we can build something right here and then put like a bridge across, and then the villagers can kind of like have an open section for them to see. I don't know. I just want to build something that connects to this side over here, and I think that'll look really nice. So I'm going to clear out some of the land here, and then go and gather a bunch of resources while our villagers are still giving us a bunch of new villagers in here. Okay, guys, so we moved quite a lot of the villagers in here. We've only have 3 now. There's a total of 6 that we had to move out, and boy, oh boy, did it take a super long time. A little railroad that connected all the way up here went inside this hut, this house, and here we have the villager trading hall. It's super cramped and it's small. Honestly, I'm thinking that this is just going to be a temporary trading hall just to get our, feet off the ground, because this place does look really nice. I just want it to be kind of like a bridge or some temporary structure because it looks really good, being a diagonal structure. Let me go into free cam here so I can show you guys. It looks pretty nice. It's got some character to it. So I'm hoping that we can just use this building for something else. But for a functional place, probably not. I've got librarians here and stuff like that. They don't have anything interesting to trade, but I've got a bunch of Fletchers. I got 3 Fletchers. So I'm gonna go gather a bunch of trees and do a bunch of emerald trading, and then from there we're gonna try to get rerolls for all the books that we want, especially mending and whatnot. And yeah, we will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back in my little cave base here, and I've done a whole lot of trading. It took me hours and hours of trading. Well, maybe not hours and hours, but it definitely took a very long time. It felt like forever. These guys weren't a problem because we got them, to trade us sticks for emeralds and stuff like that. So, pretty good. I leveled them up pretty nicely. These guys were the problem. I'll show you which one was the most problematic. This guy gave us efficiency like right off the bat, so I locked that trade in. This guy gave us mending, 26 diamonds, 26 emeralds for mending. Kind of expensive, but I wanted to lock it in. And this guy, the Unbreaking 3. Oh my god, it took ages to get Unbreaking 3. I went through like 2-3 mendings that were like 10 emeralds or like 12 emeralds, and I was not very happy about it. But yeah, I finally got Unbreaking 3. There were times when I got Unbreaking 2 and I wanted to give up, but I knew if I just kept being patient, eventually I'll get Unbreaking 3. So we have ourselves these books here: efficiency, mending, and unbreaking. And I'm trying to determine who do I want to put it on, or what do I want to put it on? Either a pickaxe or a axe. That's the question. Like with the pickaxe, we could probably do a lot of digging, and we'll be okay. But the axe, we could get a lot of emeralds by stick trading, and then on top of that, we're gonna need a lot of like trees, a lot of wood. So I've been leaning a lot towards the axe just because it's got more purpose to it. Whereas for the pickaxe, all I do is just mine a bunch of stone and maybe deep slate. Maybe that will speed things up a little bit. But I think we'll be able to have better chances if we go for an axe. That was pretty expensive. I should have just done the cheapest option. But yes, from there we can get a lot more emeralds and then get a lot more books to get ourselves the second pickaxe, or the pickaxe that is decked out with mending, efficiency, and unbreaking. So I think that's my plan. Is I'm going to chop down a bunch of wood, get a bunch of emeralds, and get this pickaxe upgraded to a diamond one. And yeah, we'll be back, and then I'm going to start building a second structure. I think this structure is just going to be like a storage house. Not too sure, but I might build it up here just because I need a place to live. I'm tired of living out in the wilderness. So we might build it like right on top of this hill where this crafting table is. And we're going to put a bunch of chests and storage in there and all that. But first we need to get a new pickaxe and farm a bunch of emeralds. Okay, are you guys ready to see our beautiful storage unit? Voila, this is what we got. It's very spacious inside, filled with nothing but chests. Like I said, a house is just like a glorified storage unit. All I need is a bed and a bunch of storage for me to put my stuff, and I'm all good. Got a little workbench area over here with the lodestone, stone cutter, anvil, and crafting table. And then we have our 3 books in here. I don't plan to put it in yet, but things that I do need, what I do need is I do need leather. Sorry about the background noise. I do need a leather because I want to get another efficiency book, so that way I can combine it into efficiency 5. I have enough to get another efficiency book. I just don't have the leather to do it. So I have been farming animals over here for a very long time, and I'm hoping that the next cow that I kill will give me at least 1 piece. Okay, there you go. All right, I only take what I need, and you know, once I get what I want, then I leave everything else alone. So those guys can stay there and chill. And man, does that place look amazing. Once we get the, you know, buffed up pickaxe, I'm thinking that instead of making a huge villager trading hall, we're gonna build a village, guys. We're gonna build a humongous village. We're gonna build it over here in this jungle section here, and then we'll build a bridge later and cross over here. I think it'll be so much better, instead of having one section, one building to have all of our villagers, is to build a village and then just house, you know, the villagers that we want to trade with in the houses, you know, in the structures, in the buildings and stuff like that. And that'll be a lot better than, you know, us building a house, a structure, a building just to put them all in. So, you know, it'll also give us something to do, and at the same time, I think it'll look extra aesthetic compared to just one singular structure. So we are gonna go into here and trade with this guy for another efficiency book, and then we're gonna go back and put all these enchantments on our pickaxe. And I don't have enough to put mending on there. I enchanted it the wrong way. That's okay. While that's going on, I'll probably just get some XP by fishing or breeding animals over there. And then we are gonna do a whole lot of tree chopping here. Gonna chop down all these trees and gather a bunch of stone and deep slate and whatnot. We're gonna build a village in this section, so bear with me as I do a little time lapse. Okay guys, as you guys can see through the dense foliage, I built a grand library. It's not finished yet, so don't, you know, jump the gun on anything. This is a 2-story, 3-story, triple-decker building. I put my bed in here just so I can sleep through that the night a few nights ago. But yeah, it's pretty empty on the inside. The problem is that we need a lot of books, and I've been buying a lot from the villagers, so I'm out of emeralds now. I'm waiting to trade some more emeralds. But yeah, if we go all the way to that floor, we got ourselves a random wandering trader that I don't even know how he spawned up here. But originally there was another wandering trader a while ago that I traded some stuff with. So we got some saplings and some dripstone for infinite fuel. But yes, this is where I'm going to put the librarians inside of, and they can roam around and do whatever they want. But it's not completely finished because we just don't have the bookshelves to do the interior yet. So the next thing I'm going to build is probably like a Fletcher's, you know, the building for the Fletchers, or a group of buildings for the Fletchers, or something like that. I want to make a bunch more houses just for residential and whatnot. So I'm gonna, you know, do a bit of emerald grinding while I can, fill up the inside of the library, the grand library, and in the meantime we are going to continue construction on the Fletcher. All right, so this is what we have so far for our residential homes. I'm thinking that the, you know, Fletchers will have their own specialized building, so it looks cool. But these are just for the, you know, the houses that I decided to put together. They're at like kind of like an angle, and I realized that they're not perfectly symmetrical, but I don't mind it. I think it looks kind of good if they are a little bit, contrasted with one another. And eventually, I plan to put a little water fountain in the center here. I think that'll look absolutely amazing. And we'll add some like stalls and some tents around this area to make it look like there's like some trading going on and whatnot. But the next thing I want to do here is I think a gatehouse would look really cool. Like at this building right here. To put it right at this entrance and then have a pathway going down and to the bridge over there. I think having a gatehouse, a large gatehouse here would look absolutely stunning. So we are going to build some type of structure at the front over here and put a little bridge with a little arch above it and make it look like it's getting put to good use. Okay, so the gatehouse is finished. It's very short and blocky, but I don't want to be so tall where we can't see, the sun setting. And I just think that it kind of matches the height of everything else already, since this thing's already tall, stands out like a sore thumb. Here's what we have. We have two gatehouses. They are right-handed gatehouses, so it's very easy to invade. And then we have a bridge that goes across, and then a ladder that goes to the top where we have some campfires to light up so people can see at night and they know which way to come back. So this is completed. Now what I want to do is expand. I'm not sure which way I want to expand though. I think it's better for us to kind of just decide on one area and finish it. And I'm thinking that we can leave that towards the end, but expand this way because we don't have a lot, and this is where I plant most of my jungle trees anyways, so I'm going to have to repeatedly go back and forth to chop these trees down, and I don't want to remove them because we're going to need a lot of jungle wood anyways. So yeah, we're going to expand in this direction. We'll probably build some minor houses or occupational buildings, and we'll see what I can think of as I brainstorm, because I still have to gather some more deep slate since I'm running out of that. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, I have an arrow in my head. It was pretty dangerous. Oh, now it's gone. But, good news, good news. We built quite a lot of houses. I not decorated the interiors, nor did I mess with the windows and entrances. But yeah, we've got like a whole bunch of houses that I've put residential homes, maybe businesses, but these are kind of small, so some of them will probably be houses. I tried to build these houses that are like glued together, kind of like townhouses, similar in a sense. I don't know what you call them. I think they look cool, so I decided to do something like that. And then we have a much larger house here. We're going to put another nice window, and then another big structure here, another house. And then this one's supposed to be like some sort of blacksmith or something. I think it'll look pretty nice at the outskirts of town. This open area, I'm not too sure. I might put like some big oak trees or something. I think it'll look nice, and it'll be like a little bridge crossing to the other side here. But we're like at day 70 already, and I don't know if we'll have time to put a bunch of houses everywhere. But I do want to put like a humongous farmland over there. So I think after I kind of like decorate a majority of these houses, and then we're done with that, I'm gonna work on making some farmlands over there, so that way we'll have some wheat to feed our farm animals just chilling over there. Well, it's not rendering in, but yeah, I will be right back. Okay, guys. So I have put all the farmland into the proper place. I basically made a giant plot of farm and wheat. I took ages, absolutely ages. Let me go around over here so I can kind of show you guys without actually crossing to the other side. But look at that. That looks really nice, you know, from a distance. I didn't put any in the rows, but I think it grows faster if we leave it like this. As you can see, it's almost done. So for the most part, when it is kind of like completely or close to being finished growing, I'll, you know, harvest them and fill in all the little gaps that we have here. I'm not sure if I want to add any buildings over there, but I do know that I am tired of crossing that bridge. So I'm going to add a wooden bridge here that crosses from here and, you know, reaches the top of that hill right there. So we're going to gather some of our wood in the chest. Oop, I don't know why I lagged like that. I'm going to gather some of the wood in the chest and we'll be back. So, as you can see, we've got ourselves the bridge. It's serving very well to get us across if the zombie just dies. Alright, we're gonna use the axe now. Alright. Yeah, I try to kind of model it similar to a suspension bridge because there's nothing below to support it. So, just the, you know, simple low suspension bridge. I didn't want to make it too fancy. I just needed it to function so I could get across over here. And as you can see, I filled in all the gaps of the wheat field. Now we're just gonna wait for it to grow to see what it looks like. It's probably gonna take a very long time. There's been a bunch of mobs and endermen teleporting onto my field, so they've been really trampling the crops. But you know, with that out of the way, I think what I'm gonna do is start building in this direction. I'm gonna chop down these trees, and instead, I think I'm gonna plant them on the other side of our island, on this side. I think it'll look a lot better, and we'll have some space over here to spare for our trees. So it's so dangerous over here. So I'm gonna chop down those trees, replant them on the other side so we can reuse them and regrow them, and then we are gonna start expanding our structures over here and adding some more buildings. Okay, guys, it is definitely past day 100, so it's time to give you guys a tour of what I have completed so far. Let's start with basically the first structure that we put together. It is this villager house. It's got 4 villagers in there and an iron golem to protect them, but this is, basically the start of it all. After we started breeding a couple of villagers, we shipped them up to this bridge house. And this is where I have my Fletchers and my librarians, and they have a bunch of, I basically maxed out all these Fletchers, and these librarians have, all the enchantments that I want. And then it has a door that leads 2 double doors here, because one time I came by and this door was broken. We have a creeper sitting in the boat there as well. So, yeah, this is the bridge house. It was supposed to be a little different. Originally, I was going to put all my villagers in there, but then decided not to. I decided that we're going to build a humongous city village or something like that. So that's literally what we've been doing, is building this huge, massive village. The first thing here is this gatehouse that basically the guards like to sit on top of and just, be lazy and not do much except, play cards. And then we have the town square that I like to call it. We have a beautiful water fountain, super simple design. And this was one of the bigger structures that took a lot of time, the Grand Library. As you guys can see, it is not finished. But let me just show you a little bit of the inside. This is the first floor, a little desk here. Eventually, I want to put my my librarians in here. And if we go upstairs, we have another second floor for more books. And then the third top highest floor leads us to basically like the roof of it all. And you can see a whole lot of stuff. You can see the other side of the village here and this side of the village here. And man, oh man, did it take a long time for me to, build all the houses. None of them are completely furnished. They are, empty. I put like torches in them and stuff like that. But let me show you guys an important building. It will probably be this structure here. It was like the third building, maybe the second building actually. The third building. This is my house. This is a storehouse basically. I just got a single bed, lonely bed in here with a bunch of chests and barrels for me to put all my goods in, and some workstation stuff here. That's probably like the most important building. And then if we go over here, we got ourselves a bridge that crosses into a ginormous wheat field. We just didn't have the time to build any more structures over here. But yeah, we got a huge wheat field. Sometimes animals come and endermans come and they teleport and trample the crops that I have to replace. And then we have a bunch of animals over there that I have been breeding. Somehow it's kind of laggy over there, so I try not to go too far. And this is this beautiful suspension looking kind of bridge that I really like. This is supposed to be a future project. It's going to be a blacksmith. These are just residential homes. This is kind of like a bigger place, maybe a place for meetings and whatnot. And these are the paths that I put. The paths took a very long time, but the houses took the most amount of time, having to lay them all out. I did not sleep at all, guys. I did not sleep or do any of that. I just kept on building and building and building and building. The last most important place I want to show is probably this structure. This is going to be some sort of tower, maybe a I don't know, some sort of important monumental building that the villagers use. But eventually I want to put a bunch of villagers in here and just let them roam freely. I think that'll look so nice. Yeah, but I think that is, all that I have to show you. Let me go into free cam so I can show you guys everything that we have put so far. Look at that. This island has like been populated on the left side. The other half has not. So I would say, yeah, that is the 100 days here. But if you guys want to see another 100 days where I do a 200-day total, and I, populate this place with villagers and, actually design the interior, finish the grand library behind us, and even start building on the other island, then let me know in the comment section below. But this is going to be the end of the video. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.